A brief video on the 116 450 SEL 6.9 electric pressure switch for our hydro-pneumatic suspension, which is part number 5 in this diagram at the front left of the car. Now you can see in the front left wheel arch you've got your central reservoir or accumulator and the front left accumulator. At number 5 again is the electric pressure switch, which I just wanted to demonstrate in this video because a colleague had a problem with his which I sent him a spare for. So there's the switch on top of the central reservoir, and it's going through into the engine bay via a grommet. This switch will light up when there's not enough pressure in the system. So typically if you start the car, it'll light up for a few seconds if you drive it regularly. You can see the wire comes into the engine bay down at the front left in a second. There you go, through the rubber grommet. And admittedly, I didn't get to show where it went to, I'm sorry, but you can see it goes behind the left front headlight is another wire that it connects to. So just in here is another connection. There it is there, and that will then go to the dash to light up when you start the car, as you're about to see. So I hadn't driven my car in a month or so, so it lights up after about, or the light goes off after 30 seconds. And here at number 5 again is that electric switch as in the diagram. Now here's a spare part I have showing an intact but shabby one. Now there's the switch you just saw in the engine bay or the connector, and that threaded portion goes into that central accumulator, and it's tightened up with the large hex connection. You can see the wiring on that one's seen better days. And so a colleague has had one that unfortunately his mechanic has snapped off in the accumulator. And so I wanted to see, he snapped that portion there. I wanted to see if you could actually resurrect these things or what they were made of. So here in the EPC you can see the part numbers. The switch is no longer available, so do not damage yours. Here's my colleague's, which has been snapped off in his accumulator. So this thing's dead in the water. There's no salvaging this thing. I was just intrigued to see how they come together and whether you could mix and match parts. This is not the case. Spoiler alert, if these things are damaged in any way, you just need to start looking for another one, which is going to be a task. So I originally tried just grabbing onto the threaded portion at the very bottom and then turning it. That is part of the casting, I believe. I could not get that thing out. So then I tried the other way. And although that turns, I thought, oh, here we go. That also does not help. The cap at the bottom in this picture, where I'm grabbing with my hand, is actually sort of pressure fit on. So you can actually tap that off. This is not going to help you fix the problem. So initially I thought the threaded portion was going to just spin its way out of a thread. No, it doesn't work like that. So what I did in the end is just pop this thing in here and gently tap this cap off. Now this I think would probably not be an ideal way of doing this, but again taking it off is not really going to help you do much because you're going to see the innards in a second, so to speak, and I don't believe these are going to be repairable parts. So the cap actually just taps off. Now in saying that, if you had two of these and you had a damaged bottom portion, maybe you could just put that into another one. But I even had a damaged plastic cap, you can see when it comes off. So at this point I'm trying to figure out what all the components are here. And there's almost like two rivets holding in a plastic cap, which has got a sensor underneath. So you can see the portions here. So I just thought I'd take those little rivets out, and again this thing is completely gone, guys, so I don't think I'm desecrating anything that anyone could possibly salvage. And so once you take this little hard plastic cap off, you'll start to see the switch gear. There's an upper portion, and then there's another portion below that, you can see underneath there, which I'll clean up in just a second. So there's two portions there. There's the fine flexible bit and almost like a larger washer. Sorry about the footage, filming and messing around with the other hand. And there's the switch at the bottom. So I'm not sure where or what the four little chambers are for, but although there's a threaded portion inside there, I couldn't get this thing undone. Now the other portion has got another aspect that goes to the wire, you can see, and I couldn't figure out how to get that out, and so for the sake of understanding what the hell's going on, what was interesting is that this cap, I think, is largely filled with a sort of very firm rubber injection, which is just sort of probably poured in there with the wire and the switch in there. So a lot of this sort of gummy rubber stuff, you just sort of flex it off, and then it ultimately ends up revealing the switch gear and the wire. So just sort of crushing it off, and you can see what we have there. There's the other portion of the switch. So I'm not sure if perhaps they just put that cap on and then fill it up with that firm rubber. It'd be interesting to know how they fabricated those things. And so I don't know how this all works or how it goes together, but for your own education, just thought I'd put this together as I couldn't find much information on them. And once again, it does not seem this is possibly serviceable in any way. If yours is damaged or lost, I think you're in trouble nowadays in 2025 when these parts are no longer available and the cars are coming up on 50 years old. So good luck if you need one, guys, and I hope the video might have helped you understand what's going on.